Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Multiplex project, specifically the Multiplex Minecraft project. We're going to push through on this one today. This is part 10, subsequent to part 9, I believe. There'll be a dual upload because I can't bother uploading one and then coming back to upload the other. So, yep. In this part, last part we left off by, ooh, that does look good from far away, by upgrading the storage facility, putting a bit of texture into it, as one of my mates had so said that it looked a bit boring. And there is my sugarcane farm. It is absolutely thriving. Looks a little bit like it's thriving a little too much. Could probably need to chop that down a little bit and get the paper, because one of the big things that I'm going to be using as a decorative block within this game is obviously the bookshelf. It is so easy to build in this Minecraft as long as you have a lot of paper and a little bit of capital investment of wood. But the wood is the easy part, let's be honest. Growing trees has never been easier, but I have not turned off the mob spawner. Yeah, growing trees is easy. That's what I'm trying to say. I do have a sword on me and a bit of bread, so let's just go turn that off. I thought you were hiding in there. Oh, of course, another one. A great source of bones, arrows, and feathers, but at the same time a great source of the most annoying noises you've ever heard. So there we go, get that turned off, and let's just keep getting some wood. I need a good bit of it because I ran out, so I do need it for other things, so we're going to have to spend a little bit of time over here and just cut down some trees. Luckily with the diamond axe, it's not too slow of a process anymore. I absolutely chocked this place full of them. Because I was just thinking I'll put as many saplings down as possible. If some don't grow, they don't grow. But it seemed like a lot of them did grow. You can see the remnants of where I've not been bothered to put the dirt in. But I do, surprisingly, I do actually kind of like the look of it. I don't know if it's actually that nice, but I do like that kind of like sand on the edge of the dirt look for some reason. I do definitely prefer this place with these dirt, because I was thinking I can't bother making that many sand buildings. Like, before as well, if I hadn't have mined all that sand up, I had no sand. I was thinking, where am I going to get all this sand from? So I can't be building many things out of sandstone. Obviously I've got a new lease on life, because if I ever need sand, all I've got to do is dig under any one of these blocks and a whole just tons of sand will come out. But at the same time, then I've got an issue, because what am I going to fill that space up with? Got an issue now because we need to get back to the farmhouse and go sleep. Great thing, the farmhouse. I love just putting beds anywhere I can, because you know, walking back to anywhere is not a quick process. So great to have as many beds as possible. So yeah, we'll continue trying to improve that building. I just want to do one more improvement of the wood. Take a quick drink there. And then we're going to work on the miners area. As that Dialco guy called it, he called it a miners guild. I might do the same. We might have a bit of a guild going, because I know there's this hole here. And I believe it's this over there. There's also a way into the mine. It might be that there. There's a couple ways into the mines. So there's a couple areas where there are great potentials to put buildings on. But anyway, let's just make a stack of wood for now. Okay, so what I was thinking is, first thing, trial run. What do I think? Does that really look good? What if we put like some trapdoors on the edge as well? It's tricky because I think birchwood would definitely look better, but obviously we don't have birchwood. I can't possibly use cobblestone. There just isn't a whole lot of things to work with. Possibly some yellow wool, but again, it's a bit obscene. You can include sand in a building. I have seen that work. I just don't know if that's going to look good if I turn the whole building into looking like that and it looks bad. What if it's just like the corners and not the whole building? Like so, if we just did like that and then put trapdoors on it. Or what as well if we kind of like wooden beam supports maybe? Does that look weird? Or does that look cool? We could have like trapdoors on the sides. Why talk about it? Let's make it. Trapdoors like that. Okay, let's just go ahead with it, guys. I'm not confident that it's going to look good. And I'm more confident that I could be making a fool of the place. And then I'm guessing we have to run up from it and then bar it off as well. Okay, so we need at least another stack of wood. Okay, let's do some calculations. So we got 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We need at least 11 sets of trapdoors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that's what we're going to work with, and let's just hop around the building and get doing it, is all I can say. And then hope it looks good, because I am not going to be undoing it. I'm going to tell you guys that much. It's going to look like that for the rest of its days. I know that like trapdoors and buttons and stuff like that, it's really all you've got to make a little bit of an accent on buildings. Ladders, you can also use ladders to just give buildings that extra bit of something going on. Because we're very limited, and I stated that from the beginning. We are extremely limited. We've not got a whole lot of options, so we have to get as creative as possible. Yeah, you know what? This door is actually going to kind of fit in a little bit more now as well, isn't it? Like, I needed that back door just so I could, get out of there. But if we close the door as well now, maybe not. Maybe not as well as I wanted it to look. But let's get up on the second level and do the exact same. Try and prevent ourselves from seeing the full effect. Also, so we were coming down on this line, so I wanted to also build it in like that. I'm getting sandstone back as well, when the last thing I really need right now is sandstone back. But let's, as usual, keep on a trucking, keep on a moving, a grooving, and placing these blocks smoothly. Don't know if I really made a... I was trying to rhyme that up, but it just didn't work. Anyway, we're gonna go the other way around. Oh, here's one. There we go. And around here. Oh, don't forget those bits. Need more wood. Nearly done. Nearly done. Oh, that was the wrong block to be breaking. Oops. Got a little bit trigger happy there. And one more. One more. And we can check out the masterpiece that is my amazing ideas. If you want to call them that. I didn't say it, did it? Well, I did. Okay, there we go. Let's have a little swim. Hey, you know what? You know what, guys? It looks crazy. It looks crazy. That's all I have to say about that. You know, it's got a charm to it. I would excuse me for 1 second. Yeah, so I did something. It must be said that I did something. And let's go stand over here and see if it looks any better from far away. Because I certainly did something. Okay, if you guys are watching right now and are seeing this, please leave a comment down below what you think of that building. I'm on the fence. I'm really on the fence. It looks interesting to say the least. Maybe some wooden slabs on the roof placed with the sandstone would change things. But I'm not even really quite sure what I think of that. So we're just gonna move on. Let's just say that we're just gonna move on. Because if we worry about that for too long, then we're not going to do anything else because we'll be too busy worrying about that. So first thing that I'm thinking is, great thing that I had plenty of extra sand in my inventory. I've still not got enough, but we need to expand this area. I will not be making this building out of sandstone, just to make you guys aware. I have had enough of building out of sandstone. It is too difficult. It's not. It's literally not even where either of those belong. Yep, not a fan of building out of sandstone. I would much rather be making out of blocks that I am more comfortable making out of. And I've lost both my cakes. I've got no cakes. Well, got no cakes in this building. Cakes are some of the best food items in this game. Because, come on, how long is it going to take? Because you don't have to keep them in your inventory, and you can... sorry guys, just rubbing my chair down, because I keep rubbing it against the wall, and I'm kind of like, just bought this new fancy chair, and I keep, just like sandpapering the back of it, pretty much. But, yeah, some of the best, because you can't stack your food, so you have to make cakes. And, I like the fact that you have to make cakes in this game. Some people are probably like, well, you don't have to make cakes because I could just keep a bunch of food on me. But you know, it's nice to be able to check back in at home base and then, you know, have food ready waiting for you that you can consume, and it's not the same food that you would consume out in the mines or anything. So it keeps you from having to waste more food. I feel like I need more sand, but I'm gonna get more sand, so I'll not worry too much. But I do definitely want more room back here. The difficulty is that this building is going to stand out a little bit because it is very sandy, and well, well, let's just build. So the idea is that, how do you make rails in this game? That's a detector rail. I've got no plans on detectoring anything. Where's the regular rail? There it is. Iron. Oh my god, that's so much iron. Iron and a stick. You better get like 3 of them out of this. So, oh, 16. Okay, yep. Happy with that. Happy with that. So the idea is, I'm going to be getting rid of this, but there'll be rails that... Excuse me? How do you make a lever? Or lever, if you're so inclined. Maybe you can't do that. Ah, yes, there we go. Okay, so we'll have these 2 directions. I never knew you could do that, guys, by the way. I saw Dialco again doing that, and I was like, you can change the direction of the rail? And I was like, what? And then the rails would come off like this, and it would probably be a stone block, but we'd have that there. And then we would... it's best to get the inside planned out first. But we would have some amount of chest. Imagine that this wood is chests. Is that too close? Are we thinking that's a bit too close? Like the rail, well, that's definitely too close because I'm. Of course, it's too close. I'm not built it correctly. Okay, it still looks a little too close for comfort, to be honest, because the rail's got to run into something. This building is bigger than expected. Yeah. Okay. What if chest there? This is like a walkway. That chest can be there. So again, move back, chest there. So we've got, not that this is a, you know, area that we want to be keeping things long term. And then let's start on the outside. So we'd have just this going round, and we would cover up the entirety of this, and then back here I want like a sleeping quarters sort of thing. So just kind of like, you know, casual, you know, you just got out of the mines, a bit tired, you know, so go and sleep in a bed there. I'll have to kill some sheep for that. So yeah, that's the sort of idea. And then what would you make this out of? I think you'd make it out of, so if we imagine that there is, that's not there, not an imaginary wall. Okay, so the sleeping area is not going to be massive. You know, come on, we're not got money for guys sleeping. We could possibly just go out one more block just to give it a bit more room. Yeah, okay. But then we would have a block there. That's like more chest space back there. And it would be... Okay, so... I do like the idea of it not even having a door, to be honest, and just being a archway. Okay, so classic sort of design where we would have the corners be wood, and in classic Dialco fashion. I'm taking a lot of inspiration from him, guys, because to be honest I need inspiration. We're going to have a door here as well to keep it a bit more open-ended, so that, you know, there's multiple sort of entrances. And yeah, okay, so to be honest, my inventory is chocked full of crap. Put that in there, put that in there. I'm missing signs in places, but whatever. Okay, so we're not actually mining right now, so we'll have more mining stuff over there. But for now, we'll just go with what we've got. Just trying to get rid of as much of this junk as possible. I think I'm going to need to go to the toilet real quick, guys. Let me see if there's a pause function. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back in a second, guys. Just need to go to the toilet. Okay, my apologies, guys. When nature calls, you must pick up the phone. So let's get back into it in a more relaxed state. So we're gonna need a good bit of copper. This inventory is an absolute mess. Wood, yeah. Bloody hell, guys. What am I doing? Okay, shovel there, axe there. Wood. I don't really want the sand in my inventory. Oh, well, there's one of my missing signs. Torches can stay, sticks gotta stay. Just get that away, and we are gonna need a lot more wood. And of course, it's turning night time, isn't it? Let's just watch. Oh, the clouds are in the way. Is my render distance lowered? Maybe not. Anyway, I think we've watched that long enough. Nope, no, we haven't. Okay, let's watch a little bit more. It is beautiful. I love the day-night cycle. Really adds a great effect to the world, but it is so annoying how quickly the days and nights transition. So we got a bit of a structure going. We'll do the same over there one day, but you know, I just wanted to get this into effect because one of the biggest things when I'm mining is obviously my inventory getting full, and then thinking, do I prioritize? Of course, put the iron away, didn't I? Those are terrible sheep anyway. Do I prioritize an item over another one? Even though I'm breaking all these blocks, and to be honest, I should be, you know, collecting every block that I break, because each one is, you know, worth as much as the last. But at the same time, it's then like, do I even bother? You know, it's just cobblestone. But then cobblestone is really valuable. So then I'm like, well, cobblestone, you know, I use cobblestone all the time, so I should be collecting these blocks and I should be, you know, taking them. So to have that sort of rail system in place where I can put the minecart on the chest. And obviously you can have a bunch of chests at the lower ground, but eventually you're going to have to take that stuff up. And what's the, you know, easiest way to do it is to just stick it in a minecart chest and move it up that way. So we'll get rid of all the trees in this area, and I think we'll need a lot of wood. I think it's only going to be a one-story building, but at the same time you just never know how much you're going to need. And I'm already here, so I just don't want to have to come back. Okay, let's certainly try and finish off this tree as well. I thought I got it all, to be honest, but can I break that one from here? Yep. That must be it for... Oh, of course not. Okay, that must be it. It would seem to be so. Let's get rid of this stupid nerd pole. Not looking to dabble in the dark arts of birchwood right now. I certainly will be one day. I certainly will be, but not today. I would like my wood block, please, game. Okay, so about across the stack barrier. Obviously, I'm targeting small trees right now, as usual, because they're a lot easier to take down. But we'll go after this one. Why not? Oh my god, this is gonna be a big one. This is a big one. Let's go ahead and get as much as we can from this level. Wow, that's a lot of wood. Okay, let's. Some people hate chopping these down. I don't mind it too much, you know. They are a nuisance. Let's you know, not try and sugarcoat it. They are a nuisance, but at the same time they're a fun nuisance. It's a bit of a challenge. This one is certainly a magnificent tree. Turning into a nature guy now, but this thing is absolutely majestic. Look at the amount of wood that is on this tree. This is worthy of a treehouse. Like, I'll be honest, at some point, when do you regret chopping trees like this down? Because this thing was just made for it. Like that one over there that I've refused to chop down, that's going to become the treehouse. You know, refusing to chop that down because it just this game can make some magnificent trees. You know, if they generate. I hope that was all of it. That does look like it was all of it. If it wasn't, I'm going to go bonkers. Bonkers. Okay, yeah, we're good. We are good. Did I miss any blocks? Okay, how much do we have now? 43. Let's just chop down a few more then. Looks like we got some rather favourable generation over here, so we can just go free. You know, you don't get as much wood, but it's just so much easier. You having to deal with the amount of logs like this one can be tedious. So just being able to go around and not have to deal with them is... Did I get that? Yeah. I feel like there's another block in here somewhere. Yeah. So you kind of know when it's doesn't quite feel like it, but it does look like it's deteriorating quite quickly now. It is obviously feeding off of that other tree as well, so let's I don't know. Do I even bother? I've got enough wood now. And that's another large tree. Okay, let's go ahead and just try and get a few more trees growing. Repopulate the woodland, because I will be back, no doubt, at some point, wanting more trees. So I'll just place these saplings down as many as possible. If they don't grow, they don't grow. You know what I mean? Just see what grows, see what doesn't. At the end of the day, I'll have some trees, more trees from it, and then when I chop those trees down, I wouldn't have to place another sapling down. So that's the benefit of placing saplings in stupid locations. You know, you always want to try and get rid of all your saplings that you collect from the trees, but at the same time, eventually you do obviously just start getting way more saplings than you cut. So you can't place them all, but try and place as many as possible. That's way too close. I already just know that wouldn't grow. Okay, there we go. Happy with that. That's more than enough wood. That was more than I even went in thinking I was going to get. Okay, I don't know if that building's ever going to grow on me, to be honest. I'll show that to my mate and see what he says. He might say it's a steaming pile of garbage. But he might not. So he might say that's... I don't know. It's unique. Let's be honest, guys. It's unique. Have you ever seen a building that looks like that? I think 99% of you will say no. You've never seen a building that looks like that because nobody's ever built a monstrosity like it. So I've got one very unique building. You know, when people look at this world, they go, "What is that building?" And I'll be like, "Well, it's got your question in it now, hasn't it?" So you know, instead of something that's boring, bland, it doesn't make you question. This thing stands out, and you go, "Wow, look at that! That is the ugliest building I have ever seen." And I'd be like, "Thank you. I am just a sculptor of the ugly building." Where other people would build fine, crafted, beautiful designs, I strive for the ugly building. The building that just nobody wants to build, but somebody has to. Just to give those buildings a little bit of decency, we must build ugly buildings. Who said that the ugly building does not deserve to exist? I don't want to live in a world where the ugly building does not deserve to exist. You know, I have built, over my days of Minecraft, I have built some extremely ugly buildings. And I'm going to tell you, you know, if it was my mates or if it was me, I've tore a lot of them down or rejigged them because they were so ugly. But I'm not going to stand for it. Ugly buildings deserve to exist. Am I taking this bit a little bit too far? You are damn right I'm taking it a little bit too far. But we must stand united as one against the destruction of the ugly building. If we let the powers that be tear down the ugly building, then how inclusive of a society are we? You know, inclusivity should stop somewhere, but this is not its stopping place. Okay, I think I took it far enough. More than far enough there, guys. Don't just go tear down your ugly buildings because they're ugly. Sometimes the ugliness is what gives that building its charm. I was kind of wondering if we should use stone slabs on this, but then I just started placing down stone. So, get out of it, chicken. Now it's stone. You know, oh God, of course it's nighttime again. It's always nighttime just when I don't want it to be. Okay, and then in here is obviously the nice area. Nice enough, you know. We'll put maybe like a furnace in here, a crafting table, make it look like, you know, you can cook a bit of food in here and have a jolly old good time. Might build a bunk bed system, if I can remember how you build bunk beds. I don't think it's that difficult. Okay, let's go sleep before creepers and others show up and ruin my day. Would be nice not have to walk this far, so we need to get some wool as well. I don't believe I've got a whole lot of wool. I've not been on the expedition for wool. I thought something quite strange. We have got 5 wool, not a bad starting point, and 0 shears. So let's make some shears. And so, guys, have you ever heard the story of Darth Wallace the Wise? No, I thought not. It's not a tale that Minecraft would tell you. He was so interested in getting so much wool that wool was the very thing that killed him. Yeah, Darth Wallace the Wise. He got so much wool that he drowned in it. And now, when you look for sheep, it's tougher because of Darth Wallace the Wise. Anyway, that's 4 white sheep. I don't think it's very rare. So, the whole story of Darth Wallace the Wise is that you hit the sheep 4 times. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Get your shears out. And try and shear its dead body when it's dead. And you get more wool. 4. Get the shears out. You want it to be somewhere where you can kind of predict where it's going to be. And you get that little extra wool. You don't get a whole lot more, but that wool adds up. That wool adds up. Darth Wallace the Wise would tell you that wool adds up. 3, 4. There we go. How much have we got now? We've got 20. Not bad. May as well keep killing these sheep. So if we remember, this is where you get sheep. Because they spawn in locations. White sheep are obviously the best sheep because their potential is unlimited, but then I believe brown sheep are the rare sheep, especially because you can't just go around making brown wool. I'm not using my cocoa beans on such a frivolous thing. Oh, just about got it. Just about got it, guys. So now we have 32 wool. And you could expect that to only been about 28 wool if we hadn't done the Darth Wallace the Wise method. You know what? That building looks better from far away. I'm standing by it. I am standing by it. That building is interesting. I didn't just go with a bland, boring after somebody told me, my mate told me not to do it. It's not bland, it's not boring, it stands out and it has this sort of like, wow, look at that sort of appeal. I also need to fill in that hole, just ignore that hole. Yeah, the world's quite young so far. Very young world. We've hardly even really scratched the surface of what we're going to build. And we've been here for like 10 parts, and we've only really just done this much. It shows how long. A lot of people in this sort of Minecraft community, from what I've heard, talk about the idea of the forever world. That just one world that you'll play on. Maybe not forever, but you know what I mean? It's the world that you'll play on as long as you are on here. There is a factor of why have so many worlds. When I was younger, I've told it, it's like I would just build world after world after world, especially on 360, where you can't just there's only so much room on 360, so the idea is that you're gonna have to I need glass. You're gonna have to build make new worlds, and at some point you're not really thinking of a forever world because you're not just not in that mindset. 64 should definitely do me. I already had 44 on me. But now I'm like, why would I want many? I should probably fix this building as well. Just stick that in there, get it going. I'll split it up in a minute. Is that with that way? Okay. Yeah, I didn't have enough stone at the time, did I? So I didn't do it justice. I need more than that. But yeah, with inf, as they call it on the all things, infinite worlds really changes how you build 4 more. Really changes how you approach a world, because the world now is there's no limitation. It's like you are bound by how long you can play instead of, how big the world is. There's one of my cakes. Let's just kind of give that sand a bit of a fighting chance not to take an hour to be made. We'll need that gold as well. That gold, I've got tons of gold. There we go. I think I've got tons of iron as well. So let's just pull that all out. I really did go on a mining expedition and got a lot of resource out of it. I lost a little bit, but I didn't lose a lot because I'd been smart. Oh, I think we are due for a Herobrine attack. Yeah, so that golden iron will come in very handy. I was actually thinking this building when I was down there. I was thinking I'm going to need a lot of iron because I'm going to be using it all in the pursuit of the rail. Okay, the rail, sonny boy. So what I'm thinking, let's get crazy. Let's get crazy, guys. It's the miners building. They're proud of the fact that they can make stone. Who else in the world can make this much stone than the miner building? These guys have got stone flowing out their ears. They don't know what to do with all the stone they've got. I'll be honest though, I'm not only trying to use stone. I think that'll be a window. Yeah. Okay, we're kind of improvising on the way, as I'm pretty much always improvising, to be honest, guys. There's not really ever a Minecraft build that I make that isn't spawned out of improvising. I'm not doing very hot on remembering words today, am I, guys? I really am not. Okay, I've kind of done that area backwards. Is that how we're going to be building the windows? I guess because, like wood is a good surround, but it's just not a good enough amount of area to have a surround on that. But then if we do the surround on that, does it look weird if we only do the surround in so many places? I do like that this could be a very big window. But we'll split it down the middle. We'll split the diff. We'll split the diff there. We'll just cover that one in wood. And let's do that as well. We'll split the diff in here as well, and we'll cover that with wood. Try and make it a little bit not as bright. We might even put trapdoors over the windows in some weird effect to try and act like blinds, so it's trying to be darker. Because you can imagine, you go in the mines, you don't even know what time it is. You might have a clock. Can we make clocks in this game? I feel like you can, but you can't put them up. Yeah, you can't put them up on anything. There's no item frames to support them. But you can imagine, you got no time, no clue what time it is, hardly. You might go down in the morning or the night. Let's say you might go down there in the night and come back in the morning, and you don't. What are you going to do? You're going to stay up for the rest of the day? No, you're going to go sleep. And you might be working night shift. You know. Oh, of course. Okay, let's see if we can... There's obviously going to need to be crafting tables in here. I don't really want the only crafting table to be in here, but let's try and... I think we need 4 doors. Well, we do need 3 doors. So the game has corrected me, because this is not a double door. Not a dumble door. Do I have torches on me? Yep, good. Let's see how safe we can make this place, because obviously we need to put windows in, otherwise the mobs can get in. Okay, I need more wood. Speed running, making a bed now. And just please no nightmare. Let's get a sword out ready, just in case. Perfect. Okay, so let's you know what, I made a mistake. What do we make that of? I'm thinking just stone. Okay, so if we're going to be using this much stone in the building, my eyes, it hurt. I keep rubbing it. You know when you rub your eye and it irritates it, and then it gets more itchy, so then you want to like rub it even more, but then that just makes it more irritated. I'm in that loop right now of irritated eye. And you've got to try and not rub it, but at the same time it's really tough to not rub your eye when it's hurting like that. So we need more stone. Ow, it went from the headache to the irritated eye. Sometimes I got hot sauce on my hands and I rub my eye, and maybe the residual hot sauce is on my fingers, I don't know. Oh, that really hurts. Okay, one of the things that I was thinking as well, I don't know if I'm being crazy. Why would it have one? Like a clock tower sort of thing, or a bell tower. That'd be stupid. It doesn't need one of them. Sorry guys, I'm rubbing my eye when I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be rubbing my eye. But I did, and it made it feel better for an amount of time. Maybe it'll feel better for a continual amount of time. Ooh, it has. Hello? Burp. Okay, I was thinking a tall roof, but not on the side area, and then do a slant roof up onto the tall roof bit, you know, like slanting up into it, and then a regular roof on the top bit. Just gotta wait for that stone to be made. Bit of a boring time, sorry guys. Let's see how much we've got so far. I'm probably gonna need so much more stone. Let's get another stack going as well, because we're gonna need a lot. Okay, we'll just take a stack for now, so we can keep on building while that's smelting up. I also have no intentions of ever using that lava pool. It's completely just there for decoration. Okay, so yeah, let's get the rails back down. And the most awkwardly placed lever, but you know, that's just how it is gonna be. I do want glass around this, like that. I do want it to be kind of like an archway, but at the same time, how do you make an archway in this game? You can't. So, do we put doors on it? I think we put doors on it. Come on, I was being rude and mean and evil before, but now I've had a change of heart, guys. I've had a change. These guys deserve a door. Come on, who am I if I don't give them a door? But I'm gonna put it like this, so it's flat, walled. And I want to act like a bunch of people mine here, but obviously I am alone in this world. I'm so alone in this world. Whatever. I'm over it now. I'm over it now. And there's my great bunk bed system. Hate it all, love it. That is what it's going to look like, because I can't be bothered making it look any better. I believe you can make it look really good if you have the patience and the will, and you can really make it look amazing. But I'm just going to have floating beds. I put that window in a very terrible, inopportune place. Let's make 2 furnaces with the residual blocks and place them there. Let's move this crafting table there. Okay, so now let's get on the outside and get up here. Cap off this part of the build. Okay. And this area we're probably going to make a little bit taller for, I don't even know why. I just kind of got the idea. Okay. Ugh. That's a little bit inconvenient, to say the least. What we'll do is we're getting really... No, we don't want to block over there. We're getting really creative now, guys. This is forging new ground here. Let's get a crafting table up here. So I'm going to need a way of getting up here more consistently, but we need more cobblestone. Because I'm not really thinking of using... it's a great thing I've got all that cobblestone now, isn't it? I'm not really thinking of using stone slabs. Not really quite interested in the idea. And you know me, guys, I like my accented roofs. So let's just pour as much cobblestone. I think I'll go for... I'm going to need it, you know what I mean? I'm going to use it. So I'm going to just make 10. Takes ages. Absolutely ages to make stairs in this. Probably, I'm doing it terribly, don't I? Because the better idea would just be to do this and not be such a doofus. You know what? Let's just cap off what we've got. There we go. Okay, so now we have way too many. But what I was thinking is, obviously I've got to start here. I'm going to need more stone. I'll try and add the accents in as well. But we're pretty much... That's not a block of wood. pretty much just gonna go right up into, and that's how tall. Oh, what if we do A-frame? And this becomes part of the roof. Okay, let's just turn this all into wood. Okay, let's keep going actually. Let's just keep going because we need to... Okay, well it doesn't really quite make a whole lot of sense to A-frame the whole thing, so maybe... Oh, I am overloaded with ideas right now, guys. Because what if we make it like a balcony up there? Am I probably overthinking it? You know, maybe. Maybe I am. But I'm having fun. So let's collect our haul of stone. That probably isn't enough still. So I'll just stick that in there. And we'll go sleep in our new... I definitely thought we needed an entrance into that area because... Oh, we need torches. Okay, we're not going to place torches in there for the exact specified reasons that we're trying to act like they're going to sleep. We'll put one there. A little bit difficult on how to place these. It seems a little bit crazy not to. I think we'll do them up above, so it's kind of like ambient light. You need a little bit, just, you know, to not have mobs spawning in there, but at the same time, I kind of like the idea that it's, you know, they're trying to go to sleep. You know, they don't want super bright lights in there while they're trying to go to sleep. Yeah, so let's just get back up there and keep trucking along with our crazy ideas. This beam, actually. Maybe not. I would want a way up. Oh, to the balcony. Why is there going to be a balcony? Don't ask questions, guys. Just going to be because it's going to be. And I know you probably didn't ask that question, but still. I'm asking that question to myself. Why is there going to be a balcony again? Why do we need a balcony? Is that really necessary for a minor building? But, you know, sometimes you just don't see enough of the world when you're mining. And you might just think, well, I've seen so much of the underground, I just need to look over the actual overground a bit. You know, I've just not seen enough of the real world. I've been stuck in these mines so long. Yeah, my imagination can really go wild, guys. Oh my god, hate that. I swear I held shift as well. Not even fair. This episode is going to be a long one, guys. I truly do apologise if you are not into long videos, but I know most people don't watch very far through, but for the people who do, well, I got you, man. I got you. If you're one of those that wants to watch a longer video, I got you. If you don't want to watch a longer video, don't worry about it. So good. Could possibly put windows into this as well. You know, I've done that a few times in my life. Looks great from the outside. Usually not so great from the inside until you make it look a bit better. Okay, so we'll go as far as that for now. We'll definitely be going further, but that is the wall. We don't need no education. And yeah, why not? Let's put a window in. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2. God. Is it? Oh, no, 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 no. Hey, it's only a great feature until it nearly kills you. Well, not kills you. It can nearly kill you, though. Has been a few times, hasn't there, where I've tried to get out of a sticky situation where it's trying to put me in lava. So it definitely can kill you. Okay, so very crude window design here, guys. Window in the boom, 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 boom. We don't need to do anything with that. I need one slab. I'm not gonna financially recover from this. Okay, let's take advantage of the fact that this needs to come up. Okay, was it worth it? No, really was not worth the one slab. Okay, let's get rid of that and hopefully grab it in the process. Perfect. And let's continue our building. Yeah. It's going to be a little bit annoying to get out of here once I'm in. While we're up here, let's place those torches down and let's get a couple there and... that's why that's happening. That needs to be covered up so it's not as ugly. Oh yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Not liking the fact that I get back on the roof, but liking what it's looking like. It's getting a little bit tricky to create, I'll be honest. The improvisation is I've not got enough cobblestone. The improvisation is not the easiest thing to do, to be honest. But we'll get there. It just takes its time. It really does take its time to develop. We're probably best off getting our stone stack out of the furnace as well. Oh, it's only 40 of the way done. Okay, take what we've got then. That's the reason why I always try and put them in different furnaces. Okay, that's going to be stone because that's on the inside, and I'm not too worried about the accent on the inside. But we'll accent this as we have done the lower roof. That was just improvisation as well, to be honest. I just thought we need to do this. So then let's be doing what we've been doing. Okay, I'm going to be honest. This is going to be the trickiest place to walk around if I don't at least put something in the way of walking around. Okay, so that's as high up as that's going to need to go. Let's just do that. I tried to catch myself. So what I'll do here is improvise more. Okay, nobody's gonna see that, so I'm just gonna put that as cobblestone. Ooh, you know who's gonna see it? The inside. That was lucky. Got really lucky with that placement. Okay, so Just going to build this out of wood. Saves a bit of stone and adds a bit of, you know, adds a bit of something. This might be a second floor after all. I don't know why I wouldn't turn it into a second floor, to be honest. It's prime for the taking. Wow, I am really improvising on this one, guys. It's taken a lot of brain power to calculate my decisions. Like, okay. It's not a small building either. That's the other interesting thing about it. It's not a small building. A quite ambitious project. And it's turning night again. Have to point it out every time it happens. That would not be where the floor is, would it? Or would it? Okay, now we're flipping the script. Now the stone is going to take the place of the wood. And again, I need some way to walk around. Okay. There we go. Nearly to the roof building stage. I'll be honest, I'm not liking those windows. I think that's better. Let's just build a walkway around here. Didn't even put a window in there. And you know what? That one too. It's a waste of the stone block. But yeah, okay. Let's just jump down here and close myself in and go sleep. Look at yeah, it's kind of got that ambient sort of darkness in here. And please let me go sleep. Ambient dark, where it's not too dark, not too light, but it's kind of like that sort of perfect sort of you know sort of vibe to it. I'm running out of glass, aren't I? I surely will not have enough glass to finish this project off. Just build a staircase up there. And I've not got enough wood. I think I'm done with the wood. So let's just make all that into wood. Okay, so oh no, that's too high. Okay, we can make this one 2 blocks wide at the detriment of the amount of glass I hold. And yes, I'm most certainly not going to have enough glass to complete what I am building. I'm literally like one little bit of glass off. But, you know, I'm not going to have a window here. Well, I've already built one over there, so obviously I'm not going to... Oh, okay. I've got an oh, guys, oh, yeah, no, I'm being cheeky. It's the mirror image. It's the mirror image. I don't need any more glass. It's the mirror image. Okay, there we go. So now... this continues up, but at the same time we need to... Okay, so I think we first start with stone, then wood, then stone, wood, stone, if you can kind of see what I'm saying. And then is that irony? I need glass. Okay, I am going to see if I got any more stairs as well. I'm not going to have enough wood. I don't believe I've got plenty of stone, but I've got 5 extra stairs. That's really going to help out, guys. So yeah, let's start cooking up some more glass. Get a stone. I could really only need 40 more. Okay. This is seriously the most ambitious building I've built in a while. Okay, let's use this staircase to get up, and then I'm just going to make an actual staircase to get up here. So then this continues up as well with this, like this, and I'm going to lose, no. And the glass is going to go there and one there. Let's not go get too crazy with the glass. Yeah. Okay, and then was that meant to be stone? Is that no? That's wood, and that's stone. That's stone. Stone. Trying my hardest not to fall off. Stone, stone. Ooh, we got an even roof this time. Will say I do like an even roof. Keeps it interesting. Both work. Odd roofs, even roofs. Doesn't matter in my playbook which one you go for. Okay, so then we need to... Do we have enough stairs? We might have enough stairs in Fairyland. We don't have enough stairs. Either way, we'll just go ahead and accent this off until we get to here, where we then continue our... Are we... Yeah, let's start off on 1 block. Not that I'm going to have any wood left by the end of this, but we'll just keep building up these layers. Certainly not got enough, not even close to having enough. Okay, what we'll do to save some as well is obviously do the top rung as cobblestone. Wow, this is a long building. This is a really long building. It should look good in the end. So we've got enough to do 1 face. I do believe that I'm going to have enough to complete the build, which is good to hear. And then let's add that, and there we go, that's 1 side done. So let's come round here, just put a craft table there. To be honest, I don't want to waste all my wood, so I'm just going to go with that for now. I'm going to need some... I'm going to need to get more trees, aren't I? Oh, I didn't build any cobblestone stairs. possibly see myself needing more than that. Who's going to bet I don't have enough stairs? Any takers? Ooh, maybe actually, because I did that top. Yeah, no, I think I'll be fine. Oh yeah, I got plenty. Got way more than I could need. That's pretty much a block back, which I can't argue with. Yeah. Oh, you guys didn't instantly think, yeah, I'll take that bet. And then I just didn't need that many stairs. Okay, thought I'd need more than I needed, to be honest. Okay, so there's that. How do you make it not look ugly now? Okay, so I believe we do stone like that. And obviously, have I got enough stone? That's the cobblestone staircase isn't going to be there, by the way. It's going to be a ladder. But we just need to have some form of way of getting back up here. Because I'm going to need to come back up here to... I don't have enough wood. Oh, that is... Oh, God. That window doesn't even work. In what world? In what world? Not this one. Certainly not this one. Wow. Okay, you know what? I'll be back. Let me just go get the glass. That is terrible. What was I even thinking? I don't even think I was thinking. Obviously not with that. Nearly night time again. How many... You know, if I only did a 100-day challenge, I think we'd be done by now, wouldn't we? Where did I put the glass? 21 glass. No, that's 41. Good. Yeah. Oh, God. Okay, I need another window on there, don't I? You know, these are things that you only see when you look at the building over. And you're thinking, what are you doing? And you wouldn't see it until you give your building a look over. And then it becomes plainly apparent how ugly you've accidentally made it. Okay. So then... that would be glass. Stone. Glass. Stone. Nope, wrong stone. Stone. Glass. Torch. Need more torches. Let's go bed. Again, to not have creepers, zombies, spiders. Yeah, spiders would be terrible. Okay, let's eat some bread. Break bread. Okay, so that's a lot of wasted space, I'll be honest. I just can't think of what to do with it. I need to... what am I doing? I need to get rid of this. Because you can't quite... it's not quite a balcony if there's a big hole in it. Okay. You see, the problem is I'm not going to have enough wood. Oh, perfect idea. Oh, genius idea. We don't cover it. I've still not got enough wood. Let's just be completely honest about that. But, you know, one of those sort of like circular middle rungs. Why? I don't know. It's going to look weird. This whole building has just been a strange creation. I'll be honest. But strange in a good way. Could we say? Okay, so the hole to get up will be that block there, I believe. Yeah, that makes the most sense. And I believe the crafting table's still on the roof, isn't it? Okay. And the ladders. I don't need a whole lot of ladders. How many do you get? 2. Okay, I'm gonna need at least 4. 4? Do I make 6 to be careful? Or am I a daredevil? No, I only need 4. Okay, perfect. So now we can get back up here and recover my crafting table. I will be looking to make another one of these, but we just don't have the wood. Is there a... Whee! Okay, perfect that we made all those trees. You see, when I had that much wood, I was thinking, oh, I've got enough. You know, I've got more than enough wood. I'm going to complete this whole build, and I've got enough wood. And that did not work out very well. Clearly. Okay, I'm not interested in chopping down great monoliths of trees. I want to be done with this episode. For your guys' sake more than mine, I could sit here all day playing Minecraft, rambling to the, well, not a camera, but you know, the recording software. So let's just try and speed things up a bit and not chop down great big trees that we don't need to chop down. Okay, how many have we got now? 26. Let's just get a stack. And then I'll do a bit of offline work to actually shape it all up before part 11 rolls around, because part 9 and 10 are already going to be such great big episodes. Okay, that's a big tree. Yeah, I didn't quite clock onto that. I can't leave it. I cannot leave it like that. Is there any more to it? Plenty. Is that part of another big tree? Or is that just a small tree that's... No, that's also a big tree. Well, medium. Small, medium. Nope. That it? Got it all? Okay, yep. I'm happy with that. I need that block back. I didn't really need that block back. I wanted it back. Okay. So, who wants to be the first one to say that that looks a bit weird? Maybe it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm just such a critic of my own work sometimes. You know, sometimes it's to your own detriment. You critique your own work so much, and it might not even be that bad. You just always critique it, though, because you don't quite see the work you've done in the same light as other people would see your work. Okay, so let's make an actual way up there. I think we're gonna need more ladders. Don't like that. It's gonna need to be here. Okay. Let's go ahead and make 4 more ladders, I believe. That's a weird noise. Is that music or is that a noise? I haven't heard music in a while. I feel like maybe I've glossed over it in my head. I need 5, of course. 1. I'm gonna have 1 ladder. Just 1 lone ladder. Could I not just like make half the ladder? Okay, there we go. And that is our way up here. The one place that I'll probably never, ever really go, to be honest. But nonetheless, I am building it. I need that. I don't want that to despawn. That was a lot of work. Okay, so let's go ahead and complete this sort of upper area. The roof is just going to be very large open space. I don't know, I kind of like the idea. I love the idea of the inside. The inside looks amazing. I think it was very well executed. And would it only be right to have to make more glass? I think it would. I do believe it would only be right to need more glass. So let's go stick more glass in the... I've not even got enough to build the window, so yeah, I've got to stick more glass in the furnace. Okay, this place certainly is interesting. I want to build a lot of trapdoors as well. A lot of trapdoors. And make sort of... what do you call those? Don't really have them in the UK. I forgot what they're called. The what do you call them? I completely forgot the word for what these are. Well, I can't. I'm completely blank. Gone completely blank, guys. Got no clue what you call them. What you call them? We just don't have them in the UK. I believe some countries use these occasionally. I just don't think you ever see them in the UK. Nobody's talking about them. I don't know if that's something that ever comes up in a normal conversation anyway. Why would that come up in a normal conversation anywhere? I really want to remember what they're called. I'm kicking myself here. I've got no clue. I've got to Google it. It's going to haunt me if I don't. Shutters. Yeah. It doesn't sound right, but yeah, shutters. Yeah. Well, I can't believe I can't remember the word shutters. Just not a common word, I'll be honest. It's, okay, surely... Oh, God. Surely don't need that much glass. Because we just need another window on there. It just looks too goofy with just one window. Let's tear this down as well, because I'm not going to be using that again. Over here. Okay, let's see if that really was enough glass. Oh, it's tough to see. Okay, there we go. We need to fix this as well. Yep, nice. I can't even get up there. Come on, there we go. I believe... Yep. I don't know if that was worth it, but I wanted that wood. Okay, yep, perfect. Get that as well and hurt myself a little bit more. Go sleep. Okay, we're nearly done. I'll be honest, this has taken a long time. But I'm so nearly done. Nearly, maybe. Oh, am I just lying to myself? When did that come out of my inventory? It's like when I dropped down and hurt myself, I accidentally dropped it. Okay. So that is gonna wanna be around about if that's the bottom, then the bottom is practically that. And then it's one block up and then it starts. So that's the bottom. One block up which is that. And then it starts here, I believe. Yes, and here, using the wrong tool to break that. And obligatory, we will need to go around the other side and do it on there as well. Okay, so how did I build that again, just so I make it exactly the same? It is wood. Any stairs? Yep, stairs. That and that wood. Okay, so I'll start off by being smart this time and place the bottom bit first, and then you do 2 bits of wood, 1 glass, 3 stairs over the top of it, wood in there and that there. So then the same over here, 1 block start, and in the middle, wrong tool, 2 there, there, takes long enough, there, and ooh, I'll be smart this time. Nearly forgets to do it on the second one. There's the music, perfect. 3 blocks there, and it somehow turned out that we made enough slabs, which is just beautiful. Great view from up here. Anyway, so that is that, but let's get our handy dandy crafting table out and make us so many trapdoors that you would be baffled at the sheer number of trapdoors. 32? Oh, that's surely not enough. 40? No. Come on. 42. That's how many I need. Okay, we're not going to be doing trapdoors, obviously, on any of these windows up here. Is it just ruining the look? No. We'll do it there. Stomp our way over here. Love that door sound. It sounds so low quality and amazing at the same time. I don't know if anybody else does, but I do sure wonder how they made some of the sound effects. I wonder who the guy from Steve is. It's like, you know, to me, that is like when they removed the Roblox oof sound and they turn it into just, you know, like, I think the Roblox one's worse. It's like this weird noise. But, you know, I like oof. It makes Steve sound more like a person. You know, when you remove oof, or oof, you know, you remove the fact that Steve is a real guy and not just some game character that you control. And he's got feelings, a family, you know. It's crashed. How long have we been doing this episode for? An hour and 33. Wow, I'm sorry. Nobody's watching this far in. Oh wow, the work and nuts, you are surely right, and that is the man who made this game beautiful. Okay, I absolutely hate, sorry guys, I hate that. I just had so much wood, and because it's like the opposite of the duplicate, this is the removication glitch. That is so annoying. That is literally the most annoying thing ever. I have lost so many. I wouldn't be so wrong to to cheat those back in. But because I am a man of my word, I will just go and chop down more trees. But I am not going to be happy while I do it. Oh, I can't even be bothered with chopping that tree down. I'm going to be on. Oh, and this one's the same, isn't it? Is it? No. Sorry, guys. Just not in the mood to chop that tree down fully right now. If it's in that crafting slot, you've lost it. That's the problem. If it's in there when you crash, it's gone. I will say, guys, I do miss the upside down stair. Like, I know the whole reason of it was to be an accent and the top side slab. Bloody hell, when you don't have it, the game just feels a bit empty. I'll be honest, but it's the charm. You know, you could put a block in there and call it a day and say, you know, I tried. But at the same time, this is beta Minecraft. You know, we don't have luxuries. We have what we have, and we appreciate what we have. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, not even going off for one set of windows. No, for both of them. Be honest when I speak. Speak honestly, for it will serve me better than falsehoods. Okay, let's try and finish this episode off quickly enough. As quickly enough as quickly enough can be, because not much I can really do. It takes enough time to complete. Still don't feel like I have enough. No, I should be good. Should be okay. Nearly fell off that then. Felt like I was beginning to fall off. Okay, yeah, we should be good. And last set of windows. Really should have made this into 2 episodes, I'm going to be honest, but I did not feel the time leave, to be honest. I felt like we were only here for about... No, I can't say that we're only here for 45 minutes, but I didn't feel like we were here for that long. Okay, perfect. That is the building complete to the state that I am going to leave it in. Let's get a far view on this bad boy. It is strange. It is weird. It has that same weirdness to it. Let's not sugarcoat, avoid the obvious. This is a weird building. But don't we damn like it like that? If like the speech was before, if the building ain't weird, why are you building it? You know, a property of weirdness is often beauty, and that irregularity of not being normal. So yeah, my building is weird, but I am proud of its weirdness. And you know what, let's make it even weirder. Let's give it one of them. Why not? And yeah, let's just get... Come on, let's just get weird. Look at that. That's weird. You know what I mean? Okay, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you would have stuck around this long, you are one of the greatest supporters on the planet of my channel. So if you are here, I would really appreciate you give a like. If you've lasted this long, please subscribe. If you know, because obviously, you know, I've allured. There's some alluring quality of this video. Let's go on inside to cap off this video. It's I'll be honest, I didn't really quite get as much done as the time has allowed, but I will do more offline, and you'll see the product of it in the next videos when I use this area to its advantage. So thank you guys very much. I'm not going to repeat myself. Here is my OBS software, as usual, as my outro goes, it seems. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.